Hello friends, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the series that we have started exclusively for the upcoming UPSC EPFO 2025 exam, wherein we'll be doing 15 MCQs a day, as part of which in today's session we'll be doing Labor Laws, Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996. ये part 3 है. ओके थोड़ा सा लेंदी है, इसलिए 3 पार्ट्स में मुझे ये करना पड़ा. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाई इज दिस इम्पॉर्टेंट, व्हाई इज दिस सीरीज सो इम्पॉर्टेंट? सी, व्हेन इट कम्स टू बोथ एपीएफसी, यूपीएससी ईपीएफओ एपीएफसी एग्जाम एंड ईओ और एओ, दोनों में ये लेबर लॉस एंड आईआर ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. अराउंड 15 क्वेश्चंस आउट ऑफ 120 आर आस्क्ड फ्रॉम दिस टॉपिक्स ओनली. सो अगर आप बिल्कुल बेसिक्स भी अच्छे तरीके से पढ़ के प्रैक्टिस करके भी जाएंगे ना, 10+ क्वेश्चंस आप आराम से कर पाएंगे. एंड यू कैन सी द काइंड ऑफ वेटेज एंड स्कोरिंग पोटेंशियल दैट दीज टॉपिक्स हैव. So if you really want to score high in APFC or the EO or AO exam, definitely I suggest you to go through these sessions regularly and practice the questions accordingly. क्योंकि जो भी हम लोग इसमें करवा रहे हैं, that content is being done in the form of MCQ, so that एक रिविजन भी हो जाएगा, क्योंकि एक्सप्लेनेशन भी होगा. अगर रिविजन है तो पहली बार भी पढ़ रहे हो तो भी आपका पूरा कवरेज हो जाएगा, एंड देन क्वेश्चंस का प्रैक्टिस भी हो जाएगा. एंड मोर ओवर, we are expecting the notification of UPSC EPFO for the year 2025 very soon. So I really hope that you will utilize these sessions wisely and prepare for the upcoming examination. So let's get into the session now. So moving on to our the first question for today's session, under section 37 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Act, that is Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996, what is the minimum number of building workers required for an employer to provide a canteen? See, जहाँ पे भी at least 250 members, 250 workers रहेंगे, तो definitely there is an obligation for the employer to provide them with a canteen. Okay, so here the correct answer is C. So moving on to our next question, which of the following statements is or are correct regarding the provisions of safety committees and safety officers under section 38 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996? A safety committee must be constituted in every establishment where 500 or more building workers are ordinarily employed. Yes, this is true. जहाँ पे भी 500 से ज़्यादा workers काम कर रहे हैं, वहाँ पे safety committee and safety officers की ज़रूरत है. The number of persons representing the workers shall in no case be less than the persons representing the employer. Okay, तो ये भी ट्रू है, वो कम नहीं हो सकते एम्प्लॉयर्स, नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयर्स से. अ सेफ्टी ऑफिसर मस्ट बी अपॉइंटेड इन एवरी एस्टैब्लिशमेंट रिगार्डलेस द नंबर ऑफ बिल्डिंग वर्कर्स एम्प्लॉयड. सो हियर ये भी ट्रू है कि उनको एक सेफ्टी ऑफिसर तो चाहिए, बट एटलीस्ट 500, वेयर इन 500 और मोर बिल्डिंग वर्कर्स आर ऑर्डिनरी एम्प्लॉयड. सो यहाँ पे दिस irrespective नहीं है, regardless, this is false, at least 500 होना चाहिए. So here 1 and 2 are true in this case, so A is the correct answer. It's not 1, 2 and 3, it is A that is the correct answer, क्योंकि in every establishment wherein 500 or more building workers are ordinarily employed, the employer shall also appoint a safety officer. Okay, in that case only. So here only 1 and 2 are the correct. So A is the correct answer here. So यहाँ पे गलत हुआ, I am really sorry, मैं PDF में correct कर दूंगी. A is the correct answer. Moving on to our next question, under section 39 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996, within what time period must the authority make an inquiry into an accident causing the death of 5 or more persons? कि अगर एक पर्सन की डेथ हो गई या फिर वर्क इंजर हुआ है, so in that case within 48 hours or more immediately following the accident, the employer shall give notice thereof to the authority. उनको notice देना पड़ेगा. Okay, but in case of accident causing the death of 5 or more persons, so immediately जब भी notice मिलेगा, okay, उनको, so immediately the authority has to make an inquiry into the said accident, and this should be done within the 1 month of the receipt of the notice. उनको तो notice मिलते ही within 1 month वो inquiry उनको complete करना पड़ेगा. So in this case B is the correct answer. Moving on to our next question, under section 42 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996, who has the power to exercise the powers of an inspector throughout India? See, the central government may appoint a gazetted officer of the central government to be the Director General of the inspection. Now, this Director General of the inspection, he is responsible for laying down the standards of the inspection and also exercise the powers of an inspector throughout the India. अगर वही चीफ इंस्पेक्टर ऑफ इंस्पेक्शन करना है related to the state, then the state government will do that. Again, appoint a gazetted officer of that government to be the chief inspector of inspection. So in this case, it is a Director General of Inspection appointed by, he is a gazetted officer appointed by the central government, has that right. So here A is the correct answer. Now, section 43 of this act, that is the Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996, refers to the powers of the inspector. Okay, let's have a quick look at which of the following is or are the powers of an inspector under the section 43 of the said act. Inspector premises, the inspector can inspect premises where building or construction work is carried out and examine any required registers or notices. Definitely, he has every right to do that, so this is true. Questions any person present in the premises if there is a reasonable cause to believe they are employed as a building worker. Yes, this is also true. Seize or copy relevant records, wages or notices in case of suspected offences under the act. अगर एक्ट के अंडर कुछ वो सही से नहीं कर रहे हैं तो definitely he can seize them. Prosecute employers directly for non-compliance without referring to the other authorities. He has to refer to the other authorities or provide them information, only then he can prosecute. So this is false. So 1, 2, 3 are true in this case. So in this case it is B that is the correct answer. See, 1, 2, 3 only. Moving on to our next question. Under section 44 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996, which of the following are the responsibilities of an employer? Providing constant and adequate supervision to ensure compliance with the safety provisions. Yes, this is very true. Ensuring the timely payment of wages to all building workers employed by them. Yes, this is also very true. Okay. Paying compensation in case of contractor's failure to do so and recovering it from the contractor. Yes, dues में से वो recover कर सकते हैं. This is also very much true. Reporting accidents to the inspector within 24 hours. ये दूसरे section में that too 48 hours में उनको करना पड़ेगा. Now, as per the requirement. So here only 1, 2, 3 are the true statements. So A is the correct answer. Moving on to our next question. ये statement based question है. I'll read out the statement and you have to tell me which is false and the reason, or true and the reason. Statement. Under the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996, an employer is required to send a written notice to the inspector at least 15 days before commencing any building or other construction work. Now, whether it is true or false. Yes, उनको देना तो पड़ेगा. Kind of construction work, the name, purpose of the construction work proposed, everything they have to provide it in detail. But the notice period ये गलत है. So here the statement is false because the notice period is of at least 30 days and not 15 days. So hence here the correct answer is B. Moving on to our next question. Under section 51 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996, what is the time limit for filing an appeal against the imposition of penalty? See, when it comes to the penalty imposed by the Director General, then the appeal should be made to the central government. If the penalty has been imposed by the Chief Inspector, then the appeal must be made to the state government, because in both the cases the central government and the state governments respectively are the ones who have appointed them. So obviously unse upar jana to they have to go to the central and state government respectively. So in this case, within 3 months of the date of communication they can appeal to the higher authorities. So here in this case A is the correct answer. So moving on to our next question. Under section 55 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996, what is a time limit for making a complaint to take cognizance of an offence punishable under this act? अगर उनको ये higher authorities तक लेके जाना है, that is the time limit for making a complaint to take cognizance of an offence which can be which is punishable under this act. So उसके लिए within 3 months from the date of knowledge of the offence that has to be taken forward. Okay. So here the correct answer is C. Moving on to our next question. Which of the following is a power vested in the central government under the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996? So here this is the central government can give directions to state governments and boards for effective implementation of the act. ये major central government का power है and they can dictate or give direction to the state governments and the boards for effective implementation of this act. So hence here in this case C is the correct answer. Moving on to our next question. Under the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Conditions of Service Act 1996, which of the following categories are excluded from the application? So ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन हमने किया था फर्स्ट पार्ट में, बट ये थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी है, मतलब थोड़ा सा ट्वीक किया गया है. Now construction projects with a total cost less than 10 lakhs, these are excluded. This is true. Individuals who employ workers in their private residence, this is also true. Supervisory personnel earning more than 1600 per month, this is also true. Persons employed in a managerial or administrative capacity, yes, this is also true, they are excluded. So here all of the above is the answer, because all these people, they are excluded from application of the Building and Other Construction Workers Act 1996. So hence D is the correct answer here. So friends, till now we have been doing good number of MCQs as part of the practice and all that. See, एक small announcement है, EduTap ने अभी 3 तरह के courses launch किया है for the upcoming UPSC EPFO 2025 examination for both APFC and EO or AO examination. See, when it comes to this UPSC EPFO, based on the requirement of the students, ये courses design किए गए हैं. So एक तो है मास्टर कोर्स, जहाँ पे कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं ना कि हमें बिल्कुल पूरा कंटेंट एक ही जगह से चाहिए, जैसे कि PDF, वीडियोस, क्वेश्चन बैंक, mentorship, everything, all that would be provided under this master course. And every week, to be precise on Thursday, Kuldeep sir will be available in a session, in an online session, जहाँ पे वो जो ये कंटेंट किस तरह से पढ़ना है, मतलब स्ट्रैटेजी किस तरह से प्रिपेयर करना है, वो आपको समझाएंगे और आपके जो भी डाउट्स है वो क्लैरिफाई करेंगे. ना दूसरा कोर्स है टेस्ट सीरीज प्लस. ना कुछ बच्चे ऐसे भी होते हैं कि जहाँ ना कुछ टॉपिक्स, कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स वो खुद से पढ़ लेते हैं, कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स उनको स्पेशलाइज्ड जो उन्होंने कभी पढ़ा नहीं है या फिर उनके पास कंटेंट नहीं है, उसके लिए वो ढूंढते हैं कंटेंट एक्सक्लूसिव, लाइक ना फॉर एग्जांपल पॉलिटी का हो गया या फिर लेबर लॉस का ही लेते हैं. ठीक है. एंड अलॉन्ग विद उनको प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस भी चाहिए, तो उन बच्चों के लिए ये बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल रहेगा ये कोर्स. ठीक है. ना थर्ड कोर्स आता है टेस्ट सीरीज. कई बार कुछ बच्चे ऐसे तो एक बार एग्जाम दे दिया है, फिर वो प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, सो उन्होंने तो अपना प्रिपरेशन पूरा कर लिया, बट नाउ उनको प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस चाहिए, रियल एग्जामिनेशन का फिर से फील चाहिए, सो दैट दे कैन प्रिपेयर एंड स्ट्रैटेजाइज देमसेल्फ वेरी वेल. ओके, सो ऐसे बच्चों के लिए टेस्ट सीरीज वुड बी द बेस्ट ऑप्शन. सो अभी भी आपको कुछ और डाउट्स है, यू कैन ऑलवेज रीच आउट टू एनी ऑफ द people from EduTap and get all your doubts clarified related to whatever doubts you have related to these courses and take an informed decision. Okay, thank you very much for being with me till the end. Hope you have liked the session. See you all in the next session very soon. Thank you very much once again.